Hey everybody, welcome to Fabulous Living with Angela Jones. Haven't seen you guys in a while because the last video I did was without my face. It was just just a video of showing you guys the croissant French toast. Have y'all made it? It's so good. Y'all gotta make it. You gotta make it. So today I know you're wondering, where is she? I am still in my kitchen, but typically I would be this way with the kitchen behind me, but today I'm giving you another angle, and I want to share something that I've created since we've been in quarantine. I don't know about you, but I have really made my home I'm making my home because I still have stuff to do, but it's definitely coming along. So home tour coming up soon. Keep that in mind. But I really wanted to make my home, I don't know, I just wanted it to be all encompassing. I wanted to have everything that I need in it. As you know, we've all been spending so much time at home, and I know we're about to get a little free, with the little vaccinations, and CDC is lifting rules and all of that good stuff. But I think that this year has shown us just how important it is to really make your house a home. So what I decided to do is I decided to create a cafe station. So I'm calling mine a cafe station because it's, not just, coffee. I'm more of a tea drinker than I'm a coffee drinker, but it's gonna merge the two. And then it also has like some pastries on it, and when I bake a cake, I house it here, cookies, little treats, and sometimes I even have savory stuff that I keep up there on the shelf. So anyway, I'm not gonna do a whole lot of talking today. Well, I take that back, I lied. I am gonna be doing some talking today, but this is not gonna be a long video because I just wanna show you what I did. Of course, I'm going to, on the blog, identify where I purchased everything so you can create the same thing at home. Now for me, I don't know about you, I know a lot of people have a Starbucks problem. That's never been my deal. Now, Starbucks would be a very Angela Jones, fabulous kind of thing to do. Oh, I'm going to go have my Starbucks, but I really tend to find Starbucks coffee to not be that great. Sorry, Starbucks. I guess I will never get a sponsorship from you guys. But I'm just saying, I just feel like I make better coffee at home. So Starbucks isn't really my thing. But if it is your thing, why not create that same idea at home? Why not be your own, barista at home and create, a little nook in your home, in your kitchen, where you can create a coffee station or a tea station. Or maybe it's just tea, or maybe it's just coffee. Maybe it's both, what have you. You can even expand this and even make it like a breakfast station. Like I'm thinking, like if I'm having a brunch or something like that, I can definitely add like my cereal to it, have milk and juice, and if I just wanted to kind of have continental breakfast, I can really set this up as a little station here. I love staying in a hotel, so to me this kind of gives you that whole vibe of when when you're staying at maybe a hotel that's maybe like a 3-star hotel, and you have to go down and get your own breakfast, and they have everything all set up for you and everything. Well, I take that back. They even do that in 4-star, 5-star, well, not typically 5 stars, but 4-star hotels too, where everything is kind of all laid out, and they have everything all decorated all nicely for you to come and, grab and go. And this is the idea here. So this is my cafe station. I love it. It is a work in progress, everybody. I am waiting on some artwork to come, but I was able to pull this together with everything I already have at home. So that shows you that I have lots of stuff, but anyway, we're not talking about that today. So anyway, first off, here on this, let me tell you about this cart, because you gotta have, so let me back up. If you have a big kitchen and you're blessed with like a huge kitchen with an island and tons of counter space, then you can set up a little area in your kitchen where you designate it to be your coffee bar, cafe station, coffee station, whatever you choose to call it. right? But for me, I have very limited, you guys have seen the show, so you know that I have very limited counter space, so I had no place to put it. So I decided that I had this wall space over here that could be utilized. So what I did was, so our foundation pieces are this island cart. It's like a French style island cart, and the one that I wanted was like $1,800 on Williams Sonoma, and I was like, no, we need something else. It was gorgeous though. Same exact cart, but it was real marble and real iron and much heavier. It's beautiful. Gorgeous. So that was my inspiration, but I ended up finding this with faux marble top that looks pretty good, you know, making coffee, tea, toast, stuff over here. So this works until I can get the Williams Sonoma one one day. But French style island or rolling cart or whatever, and it was only like $200 on Overstock.com. My mom gave this to me as a Mother's Day present, and then I decided, well, I've got to have shelves because, again, another styling tip: when you don't have a lot of space, as I don't, living in an apartment home, you've got to decorate up. You've got to do storage up. I think, you know, that's just the way to go because you don't have very much room. I have to admit, we have a very spacious apartment, but if you're in a really small space, you definitely have no place to go but up because you don't have a lot of space. You don't have a lot of square footage to work with. So I got these 2 floating shelves from IKEA. I don't remember how much they cost, so I'm not going to try to quote that. So those are the foundation pieces there, and then I just filled everything in. So let's start off, because we are talking about coffee and tea. Let's just start off with the coffee machine. My mom also gifted me this for Mother's Day. It's a Cuisinart, and I love this one because it's also a it's a coffee grinder too, so I don't have to grind the coffee stuff. I can do it all. I can grind it in here and, you know, make it fresh, so it's freshly ground coffee that I can make. I love this. I love the insulated carafe. Love. And then here I just have my scoop for the coffee and my filters right here on the top. And really, this machine doesn't really need filters because it already has one of those built-in ones in there, but sometimes I still put one in there depending on how finely ground the coffee is. So, cute little basket. It's part of the Magnolia Joanna Gaines line at Target. Same with the bread basket. Then here I just have my ground coffee, I have my coffee beans, and then I just think it's great, you know, so that I don't have to go over to the sink, so I can do everything here to just keep some fresh water right here in one of these cute little Italian glass bottles that I found so cute. I love stuff like that. So cute. So I have that there. So I have water there at the ready. And then I have this 2-tier tray that I keep my creamer, sugar, some mugs right here. Again, I want everything to be at the ready. Then I've got these. I have vanilla bean, hazelnut that I have stored in these syrup that I have in these dispensers that I got on Etsy. Labels too, Etsy. So wonderful. Have spoons right there. I have my jar with my honey back there. And then I have just some of my favorites that I like to have for when I'm having tea and coffee. I have my shortbread. I love Walker shortbread. And then I love these Stroop waffles. They're Dutch. I had a boss. She was mean as crap too. But she went to Holland and she brought some of these back for me, and I have been hooked ever since. They are so good. And if you're drinking like a cup of tea or coffee and you sit this on top of the mug, one of these, like on top of the mug, and it gets it nice and warm, and so good. So good. So yeah, so I like to have all of my little treats there. So I have all that there. And then I bought a Breville toaster oven because we eat a lot of bread, hence all this bread in this bread basket here. So I decided to get a Breville oven. I got one from my parents last fall, and then I decided to get I got them a mini, and then I decided to get myself like the mid-size one, and we love this thing. It gets used every day, multiple times a day, and I've been wanting one because we have the big one at work, which is really nice, the largest size that they have. But I was wondering, how can I do this because I don't have the counter space? But now that I set up the cafe station, I can do it. Love. Would definitely recommend this Breville oven. It's a convection oven too, and it bakes. So I haven't tried that. So told that you could even bake cookies and stuff like that, and I'm going to try that. Definitely going to try that. But anyway, then on the next tier, as you can see, I just have, some pastries so that everything is right here again. Some napkins. I have my great aunt's teacups, because I feel like this. I've decided that we have just lived through or still living through it, but a pandemic, and it just makes you realize that every day is special. So I'm not saving anything for special occasions anymore, even though I never really did that, but I decided to put these front and center. And I have some plates here for pastries or cake or whatever it is that I'm partaking in that day, and then I have my teacups there if I'm gonna get a little fancy. And then I love this tea box to house all of my different teas, because I love collecting teas. So I have all of these here, and then I keep my whoops, sorry y'all. Then I keep my didn't know that was gonna close that loudly, sorry. Then I keep my loose teas over in the pantry, but that may change because like I said, I'm waiting on some artwork to be delivered from Etsy, and some typography work to go in that frame. So this is probably going to get reworked a little bit. So I'll update you guys on that, of course, as I decide to change things and add things. And I think I want to put a little artwork right here. So, I'm going to continue to style it. So, it will not look like this the next time, you see it. But this works for what we're trying to capture today. So yeah, so housing teas there. I have bread here. Now, this may change. I have gone back and forth about whether or not I want to get a bread box. But I kind of like the bread just being out there in a way too. The bread box that I want is too wide for this shelf. So to be continued, we'll see. And then at the top is really mostly decorative. I put some fresh lemons in a low-footed bowl that I had. Some, just some plates there, artwork, cookies, my little cookie jar that I've had forever. I've had the cookie jar a long time. So she has made it through many a move. Then I have my stag teapot. I got this as a gift from one of my board members like 2 Christmases ago, and I have not used it, which is so weird because I just told y'all, and clearly I own like 15 different kinds of teas. I'm not exaggerating. But I have not used this, and it's a really nice, it's like $150 electric tea kettle, and it's really supposed to be really good because you can adjust the temperature accordingly, whether you are making a white tea, which you don't brew as long, and it needs to be a certain temperature. Same with whether or not you're doing like a black tea or a green tea. They're all supposed to use different temperatures of water for the optimal taste of said tea. But I just like to boil my tea in the pot on the stove. I don't know, I'm not really a gadget person, but I do need to try her out because it has been 2 years. I'm gonna try it. We're gonna make some. Maybe that's something I'll do on Instagram, so stay tuned. And then I have my good old tea press, which I use for loose teas, and that's just enough for a cup for me, which I love. It's just an old school, French press. I love it. It's just an old school little French press that a colleague gave me maybe about 5 or 6 years ago, and I love it. And then that's just a big bag of coffee that I recently found at Home Goods that I use kind of like to style it. It's like a whiskey flavored coffee. It sounds really good. So I should definitely try it. But yeah. So that's just kind of some decor there, you know. And then of course I just added some fresh flowers because you know me, gotta have flowers. But y'all, this is the cafe station. It's just a little something that makes me feel good. And it's not just something for show that I did just to show you guys. This is something that, you know, just to say, oh, I should do something like I said, this gets used. I mean, Darius, we use this every day, right? He's shaking his head, yes. and smiling because we use it every single day. I have used this like I've been working in my home office little zone over here. And I will just get up, take a break, and it's almost like I'm going to Starbucks or something. I'm going to Angie Bucks or something. I know that's corny, but Angie, it works for me, shoot. You know, like I'm going to Angie Bucks or something. So it still gives me that feeling of taking a break, getting up from my work. I come over here and I make myself a cup of tea or make a bite of something or throw a croissant in the toaster oven with my tea. It's lovely. And like I said, sometimes I even throw a basket up here with like some salty treats too, because that's why I didn't want to just call it a coffee station, because to me, when you go to a cafe, you have everything: coffee, tea, pastries, you have chips and, you know, all kinds of stuff. You have salt, a good selection of savory things and sweet things. So anyway, I love it. This is one of my favorite places in our home because it, you know, in the midst of all of this craziness, it just makes me feel like, okay, there's a little spot where I can almost like get away in a sense and partake and enjoy my pretty little things and do one of my favorite things, which is make tea. I love tea. Love, love, love tea. So anyway, guys, cafe station. Details, all the deets will be on, oh, one thing, yes, all the deets will be on the blog. Let me finish that thought. But underneath here, I'm also going to be putting some baskets underneath so that, for storage. So I can also store like, I want to put like my Ninja in a basket under here because we use it. Darius uses it more than I do, but because I wanted to really feel like it's a complete cafe station kind of feel, like a barista could make a, you know, smoothie, we can do a hot drink, we can do whatever here. So definitely gonna find some baskets, and like I said, it's a work in progress. So the next time you see it, it will definitely look different and be completely outfitted, but I think for starters, we're in a good space. So everybody, that's it for today. This was fun. Quick and dirty, right? But a lot of fun. So now I have to keep my promise and sit over here at this here desk and write this here blog so I can list all this stuff and tell you guys where I got things so you can create the same thing at home. This has been wonderful. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Please make sure that you're following me on the blog at www.fabuleliving.com and subscribe to it. Please, 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 and tell your friends about it. Same thing on Instagram, Pinterest. That's something I want to work on this week too. I have not put anything on Pinterest. That's why I don't mention that. Poor little Pinterest. She probably feels neglected, but I'm going to get on top of that and really start to put some content there too, because I'm trying to reach more folks, people. I love all of you guys that have been hanging in there with me. It's been over 3 months now. Woohoo! So I appreciate that, but I don't grow unless you guys spread the words and unless more people know about the content that I'm providing. So please make sure you're following me, telling your friends about me on Instagram, so they can follow me there. Subscribe to the blog. Is there anything else that I do? That's it. So have a wonderful week, everybody. Blessings.